news for you. I'm Roy Wood Jr. In the news this week, one of those pilots who thinks World War II is still happening decides not to return to civilization. Scientists are asking, is it possible for fecal matter to become sentient, put on a suit, and go on TV?
Yes.
And finally, even though this is our last episode of the year, Have I Got News for You has a special message for viewers.
A goodbye. We love you. We will be back in some form.
That's right. Have I Got News for You is coming back for a second season in February. Thank you. Thank you to all the viewers out there. You're watching the show. You're sharing the clips. You're talking about us on the internet, telling all the people about the show. Thank you to my amazing team captains, Amber and Michael. Thank you to the two of you. Now, joining Michael, she's a writer and a performer on Late Night with Seth Meyers. I'm going to have her and Amber both call Seth at the same time and see who he answers first. It's Jenny Hagel, everybody. And an amazing guest on Amber's team tonight. She is a prolific tech journalist who goes toe-to-toe with some of the most powerful people in Silicon Valley. We'll ask her if she knows why the Wi-Fi is so damn slow in this building. It's Kara Swisher. All right, now for the biggest stories this week. Amber and Kara, I will show you a clip package referencing current events from the past week, and you tell me what's the story.
Okay.
This is Mar-a-Lago. That's Trump. This is a soap opera.
I know. Real Housewives of Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, my God. I think this is about how Trump is having a lot of drama. He's hiring a lot of TV people.
The story is, an unusually high number of proposed cabinet members come from the world of cable news and reality TV. Like, at this point, Trump may as well just pick his cabinet members by just giving them a rose or not. Just come to you like, you get a rose, congratulations.
This is all like, it's like a soap opera. There's so much drama.
Kind of like watching a soap opera.
Soap opera.
Soap opera. And the world will continue to turn.
I think it will.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Referencing the soap opera there.
This week, who did Trump nominate to oversee the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services?
Dr. Oz.
It is Dr. Mehmet Oz.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seen here finding out that Jeff Goldblum replaced him in Wicked. Why is this selection by Trump so concerning to so many people?
Because he's very controversial on some of his quackery.
I think it's his eyebrows. I can't trust somebody to manage Medicaid and Medicare when they cannot manage their eyebrows.
But yes, it is his long history of promoting bogus medical advice. Most recently, Oz got called out for pushing hydrochloroquine. But not only that, all the while he was pushing the hydrochloroquine, he was owning over $500,000 in stock from the companies that make it. That's like if Paula Deen was in charge of diabetes medication. Bonus question. Does anyone know how many Americans are on Medicare and Medicaid?
31 million.
Roughly 43% of the country, which is more than 150 million people, are currently on some version of these plans. If Dr. Oz is in office, everybody's gonna get a roll of Tums.
How much stock does he own in that?
All right, let's meet our next contestant. Who did Trump just pick as his new Secretary of Education?
Linda McMahon.
Linda McMahon. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I said it wrong.
Coming up as your next Secretary of Education is Linda McMahon.
It is indeed Linda McMahon. Now, we know Linda McMahon as the co-founder of the WWE. Before you freak out, remember that Linda is first and foremost a mother. Here is our future Secretary of Education teaching her daughter a lesson.
This is gonna hurt me a lot worse than it hurts you.
Get her!
That's that homeschooling for you. That's what homeschooling do. Linda McMahon running the Department of Education. She's all about the 3 R's, Royal, Rumble, and Raw. But every reality fan knows that a big cast means there's gonna be trouble in paradise sooner or later. Who can tell me which 2 transition team members are reportedly butting heads?
Are you talking about the fight that recently happened at Mar-a-Lago?
Yes, apparently it was Boris Epstein and First Lady Elon Musk. Who?
We call him Melonia.
Melonia.
Yes. Points. Give her points for it.
Points.
Thank you.
Boris Epstein and First Lady Elon Musk, who apparently had a big public argument at Mar-a-Lago.
At one point, during what sources described as a massive blow-up and a huge explosion, Musk accused Epstein of leaking details on Trump's transition.
Loose lips might not be the only thing creating tension between Elon and Boris. Why else might they be clashing?
Boris has been there a long time. He's probably jelly.
Jelly is short for jealous, Roy.
Okay. I appreciate that one. It's not a bad guess, but let's go to reporter Mark Caputo for the answer.
What Elon Musk is going to discover is that Donald Trump is never going to really part with his sort of beloved loyal dog.
And if there's one thing you don't want to be around Republicans, it's a dog. Still, the #1 rule of reality TV is that you're not there to make friends. Trump met with some former critics at Mar-a-Lago last week. Can anyone tell me which former critics?
Go.
Mika and Joe.
Well, I'd like
Not the
Joe
dog.
and Mika. Joe and Mika, final
Okay,
answer.
well, we'll see who's right, Jennifer.
Well, I think we all know the husband goes first.
It was MSNBC anchors Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. Points
Thank
over
you.
here. Mika and Joe said it was time for a new approach in covering Trump. Question, why would the Morning Joe host meet with a man who at different points has called them Psycho Joe and dumb as a rock Mika?
They're worried they're going to get thrown in prison in the new Trump administration. So they're like, let's just grovel at his feet and try to stay out of the gulag.
Here's Mika with the reason why they went.
For those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we?
Because you said he's a fucking fascist, that's why. You don't go hang out with the fascist. You're like, you're a fascist, and I'm not going to your house. There are so few fascists' homes I attend. On a more serious note, did you notice that Mika and Joe are now dressing identically?
Oh, I love that.
That's sweet, right?
Or they're practicing for prison.
You're like a sniper. You just
I am. Can I make one quick observation?
Yeah.
Do you know there's 3 lesbians on this panel?
Am I one of them?
No. You dress like one.
Okay.
Kind of look like Ellen a little bit.
How did MSNBC viewers respond?
It seems to me that if you spend 4-8 years telling your audience that he's a fascist, that when he then wins the election and you go to his house and bend the knee, people are going to be pissed.
Yeah, Ellen's right.
MSNBC viewers hated it. As soon as Morning Joe announced the meeting, Nielsen ratings show that 38% of their key viewers changed the channel or turned off the TV at that moment. Now, to be fair, at the same time that they made that announcement, over on the Today Show, they had the cast of Night Court. So it could have just been... Michael and Jenny, your turn. Watch the clip. Tell me what's the story.
Oh, well, there's the walking forehead. We know that guy.
Lock little girls in a room, and then you have to use cash.
Oh.
Checkmate. Is that about Matt Gaetz withdrawing from his nomination because there was too much evidence that he had done shady shit and he was worried it was going to come out?
Points.
I'm only here for the points.
Yes, the story is the Senate forcing Attorney General nominee Matt Gaetz to withdraw from consideration. He is withdrawn from consideration just in time for high school winter break.
Years-long investigation by the Ethics Committee into Matt Gaetz and these allegations of sex with an underage girl.
Drugs, underage girls, sex trafficking.
Drug-fueled sex parties.
Other allegations that Gaetz would show nude pictures and videos of women that he said he slept with on the House floor.
On the House floor? Look, you don't show the nudes at work.
But Roy, earlier today, you were...
You know why I don't like that joke? Because they don't know if you're joking. The day he dropped out, what was it that made him drop out?
He didn't have the numbers.
I think he looked at his calendar and he said, oh shit, it's back to school night.
Here's Paula Reed with the answer.
And this new story is that the Ethics Committee was told of a second sexual encounter with a woman who was just 17 years old.
Also, the day before Gaetz dropped out, the New York Times dropped this. That is a chart prepared by federal investigators that shows a web of thousands of dollars in Venmo payments between Gaetz, his friends, and women who had drug-fueled sex parties between 2017 and 2020.
But that's probably just a coincidence.
Why is every sex party drug-fueled? Why can't we just have a sober Papa John's and Pepsi Cola sex party?
Maybe. Do you want to have sex with this man without drugs? Could you do it? Could you do it?
I think that's a fair point.
But also, like, why are you running for shit when you know what you did?
Amber, have you heard the term white privilege?
No.
Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, please mansplain it to the woman. Yeah, go ahead.
As a white man,
yeah,
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I've noticed that.
Without consequence.
Yeah.
For example, I'm rubbing Jenny's knee right now.
Jenny.
I have to let him.
Yes?
When he said it, I snuck to see if he was doing it for real. Damn, that's some privilege. He was over there touching knees.
Ladies, isn't Matt Gaetz the kind of guy you dated just before you became gay?
Yes. He was the last exit ramp. He was the one where you're like, let me try. Nope, can't do it.
No, he made you gay.
He somehow looks like Tammy Faye Baker and her husband. At the same time.
The morning he withdrew, Trump called Gaetz on the phone. What was Trump's message to Matt Gaetz?
You're out, you don't have the votes.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Trump reportedly told Gaetz, quote, you don't have the votes. These senators aren't moving. Now, to be fair, most of the senators aren't moving because they're all almost 100. Gaetz is out, so there has to be a replacement. Thursday night, Trump announced a more confirmable nominee. Who is the nominee?
Charles Manson.
Definitely more confirmable.
It's former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. What are Pam Bondi's qualifications and bona fides for leading the Justice Department?
She's an actual lawyer.
She was investigating Trump University for possible criminal prosecution until he gave her $25,000, and then all the charges magically disappeared.
I'd like to announce I am investigating Trump.
She is indeed relatively qualified for the role.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent.
I can't believe being competent didn't disqualify Pam Bondi. What are Pam Bondi's plans for the old Justice Department once she gets confirmed?
Whatever the fuck Trump wants. Those are her plans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like Coming to America, whatever you like. Here's Pam with the answer.
The Department of Justice, the prosecutors will be prosecuted, the bad ones. The investigators will be investigated, and the House needs to be cleaned out.
That's right. A woman who cleans. That's why Republicans like her.
It's true. I don't like that you said it, Roy. But it's true.
Now that Gaetz is out, who was the most unconfirmable cabinet nominee in Trump's cast of unhirables?
Pete Hegseth.
I just know him as the other rapist.
Yeah. I know him as resting Me Too face.
It is Secretary of Defense nominee Pete Hegseth. That picture, he looked like he just airdropped a dick pic to somebody in the room. We learned old Pete thinks that troops charged with war crimes are heroes. He wants to purge leftists from the military, and he's been described as no less nutty than any of Trump's more controversial nominees. And we also learned this.
NBC News has now also obtained that 2017 police report.
He allegedly took her phone, blocked the door to, and refused to let her leave.
Here's how the could-be Secretary of Defense defended himself on Thursday.
Did you sexually assault a woman in Monterey, California?
I have, as far as the media is concerned, I'll keep this very simple. The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared.
Now, by completely cleared, Pete Hegseth means he paid her to settle the case out of court in 2023. What is Trump's transition team skipping that might have helped them avoid this mess?
Google?
According to reports, the Trump transition team is skipping FBI background checks for controversial cabinet picks. Yes, I guess they already know about the skeletons in RFK Jr.'s closet. They don't want to discover no more skeletons.
You know well, but it was easier because for RFK Jr. it was actual skeletons.
The whale bone.
Big old whale skeleton.
2 cat teeth. Like, why does Trump want these historically bad cabinet picks to run his next administration?
They're not qualified to run it. They're qualified to break it. And that's what they want to do. And so you just need a hammer. That's all. You need to be able to wield a hammer.
The story is, when Donald Trump is given a choice between hiring someone comically unqualified or horrifically immoral, only he has the courage to say, why not both? It's time for Lie Curious. The rules are simple. They give you 3 biographical details about a public figure, but only one is true. You have to guess which one is the truth and which are dirty, filthy, funky, nasty lies. Let's get started. Time now for 3 facts about Charles Barkley. Our facts are...
Oh. Could you have found... That's the picture you picked of Charles Barkley?
That's from this week at a golf tournament.
All right, but there's a million pictures of Charles Barkley where he's not profusely sweating.
Also,
or lactating. It's unclear.
All right, 3 facts about Charles Barkley. He named his daughter after a shopping mall. He appeared in an episode of Babylon 5. He was an early investor in Go-Gurt.
Oh.
Which one is the truth?
I would like to go with number 1. He named his child after a shopping mall.
I want to say Go-Gurt.
I want to say Go-Gurt too, because I think Go-Gurt is it's innovating. It's like a disruptor, and I think Charles Barkley knows an opportunity when he sees one. I mean, like, I'm sorry, yogurt was sedentary. And then they said, what if you did it while you go?
Jenny.
What?
Are you invested in Go-Gurt?
What's it gonna take to get you all in a Go-Gurt today?
Charles Barkley named his daughter after a shopping mall.
100%. I didn't think that.
And no, her name is not Mall of America Ferrera, it's Christiana. And here's Charles talking about it with Ernie Johnson on a podcast.
There's a Christiana Mall in Delaware.
You named your daughter after a mall?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just like the mall.
You're a mess, man.
To be fair, I've been to that mall, and it's a good mall.
It's a quality mall.
It's a quality mall.
Do they have Baby Gap there? Is that where you bought your outfit?
Let's not get personal.
What? I've been taking incoming fire all night.
we gotta give it to Eleanor Roosevelt.
Time now for 3 facts about Elizabeth Warren. Our facts are, she plays Mrs. Cratchit each year in a local production of A Christmas Carol. Her favorite TV show is HBO's Ballers. She doesn't believe in keychains and prefers to keep her keys loose. Which one is the truth?
I don't know, but I love the phrase, she likes loose keys.
We have to go with that just because I think about loose keys.
You dream about handing her a carabiner.
I do. I'm like, Liz, shh, let me fix this for you.
What you all think is the truth about?
We think her favorite TV show is Ballers.
Okay.
We're going with loose keys. We just like the phrase.
Senator Elizabeth Warren's favorite television show is HBO's Ballers. Ahead of the season 5 premiere of the HBO show Ballers in 2019, Warren tweeted this: "Can't wait for the season 5 premiere of Ballers, HBO tonight. Bruce and I still can't believe there won't be a season 6. And congrats to The Rock on your marriage."
She really does love Ballers.
Yeah. Time for 3 facts about Jake Paul. Our facts are: he has a tattoo of an Emily Dickinson poem. He once spent the night in a White House bathroom. He's the official sponsor of Diapers, a diaper for gamers. Which one is the truth?
Oh, I think he has a tattoo of an Emily Dickinson poem. It's what a stupid man would do as a tattoo.
Oh, I'll take it.
Stupid white man.
We would like to go with number 1, please, Roy.
Spent the night in a White House bathroom. Plausible. Maybe a little too plausible?
No, I feel like I would hope the security would be better than like
some
at
dude
Olive
just-
Garden. Because there's no way you're getting away with that at Olive Garden.
I love the idea of the diaper for gamers, and it does seem like Jake Paul would absolutely take money to sponsor that. We're gonna go with diapers.
Jake Paul once spent the night in a White House bathroom. Bonus question: why was Jake Paul in the news recently?
Because he almost killed an old man.
Did he though? Or did that old man spare that young boy in exchange for $20 million? Jake Paul technically defeated Mike Tyson in what was technically a boxing match. Bonus points: a lot of fans were shocked by something that happened pre-fight. Tyson revealed something in an interview with his son. Tyson was being interviewed by his son Amir. What did Tyson reveal in the pre-fight interview?
Y'all, he showed his whole butt, both cheeks. He's wearing a, I don't know, man thong, jockstrap, and both cheeks are just out. And it's meaty.
Let's have a look at that meat.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Dad.
Love you.
Love you too.
Great.
I would die if someone saw both my floppy butt cheeks after I had kissed them and said, "I love you." I love you.
It's time now for Missing Words. Panelists, I'll give you a recent news headline with keywords cut out, and you'll have to fill in the blank and give us the full story. Here's your first headline. Blobs that closed Australian beaches were made of blank, blank, and blank, scientists say.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
I'm gonna say Vegemite.
Yes.
There it is.
Kangaroo. And Kylie Minogue.
I think it's like there was some tar and oil, poop, and other crap.
Close enough points on this side. Blobs that closed Australian beaches were made of poop, weed, and meth, scientists say. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You on that beach, you like, oh, I could use 2 of these.
Which are the 2 you're thinking of?
I don't fool with meth.
Okay.
Here's your next headline. These rats learn to blank, and they love it.
Macarena.
They had little cars. I saw it on the news. They drove in little cars.
Cars over here?
How do you know everything?
Because I'm far smarter than you.
These rats learn to drive, and they love it. Neuroscientists in Virginia are studying how rodents acquire new skills and found that rats were steering with surprising precision to reach a Fruit Loop treat. You ever been so hungry you the first person in your species to drive a car?
It's kind of amazing what rats can do. They're like very clever, especially New York rats. They're particular.
Well, them New York rats now, hang on, that's organized crime. That's different. And yes, Amber, we do have footage.
Yay!
Here they are. These are rat-operated vehicles. This comes via Kelly Lambert, who's a neuroscientist at the University of Richmond. She calls them the Tesla Cybertruck of rodent vehicles.
Yes, the Cybertruck, which means that rat is going through a divorce. That's Missing Words. And just like that, it's time to say goodnight. I want to say thank you to our guests tonight, Jenny Hagel, Kara Swisher. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our team captains, Amber Ruffin and Micahel Ian Black.